What up, Bang? What up, Brody? What's up, Teasy Frank? Let me see if I go on Instagram and let everybody know. Let me see if I go on Instagram and hey, it's me talking. Know. What up, Jackie? I'm trying to get some more of the family in here. Yeah, it's been a while. Jackie, you don't love me no more. You said, fuck my bald head ass. That's what you said. You said, you bald head bastard. You said, you bald head fucker. That's what you said. Call me a bald head fucker. Yeah, yeah. I know you've been dealing with health issues. You said I make you sick. Jackie, that's not health issues. Talk about I make you sick. That's nigga LVZ make me sick. Nah, I'm just messing with you. You all right, dear? You all right, dear? Man, nothing heals people like a smile. I so my bad, y'all. I'm trying to send the bat signal out. You can listen to me while you picking up your granddaughter. Y'all, first of all, that's how I know how old some of y'all are. All that shit y'all be saying, LVZ, I got to listen later. No, you don't. It's called Bluetooth. It's on everybody's car. You can listen while you're driving. You're going to be in the lobby of a doctor's office. You want to sit there and listen to some lady uh, you want to sit there and listen to some lady babbling about her motherfucker gallbladder and shit instead of listening to this handsome bald head man give you the real. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I ain't never seen nothing like it. So yesterday, I was at the dentist's office. Me and Jabari had to get a couple of fillings or whatever, get checked on his teeth. And I was there because I got to get oral surgery. I got to get these wisdom teeth on the bottom cut out. So I'm at the dentist or whatever. And while Jabari's in, I pick up my phone, and Fox News had Maryland senator wants to. Maryland senator, okay, earbuds, baby. Maryland senator is trying to collect and raise taxes and set money aside for reparations for black descendants in Maryland. Her name was Jill P. Carter. I called Mrs. Carter's office. I called Mrs. Carter's office because I wanted to hear more about the reparations plan, because I don't know if y'all saw Tariq a couple of days ago. It was a motherfucker that was talking about giving reparations of smiles. What kind of gay shit is he talking? Get this gay ass nigga out of here. Anyway, so I wanted to make sure, see what she was talking about, if it was a trick bag. So I called, and she's just proposing right now to start taking money, putting it basically in an escrow for reparations for Marylanders, black Marylanders. And she said she wants to give out cash, checks, stipends. That's what she said. She said, no vouchers, no shit like that. Her secretary said, we want to give money. And I explained to her that this needs to be done by Lineage. What's up, Bert? And I explained to her what I meant. And her secretary agreed. And I explained to her I would like for her to talk to Lisa Cabrera, True uh, my sister Nicole's view, because I want her to get on a bigger platform. Shouts out to D Tubman and all of y'all on Twitter who reposted that shit when I posted it. And I did call. Well, nigga, you better come now if you gonna come. Cause I think, no bullshit, if we do the shit right, in 3 years, reparations should be hitting Marylanders. There's no reason why reparations shouldn't be voted on in a state where we got 38% black people. But let's break down the history of slavery in Maryland. I listen to Tariq Nasheed a lot, and I get mad that I'm never on his Twitter, because I need to get on there to tell him I'm tired of white people coming in. You African, you fled the South. No, a lot of our people were not in the South. I've told y'all several times that when it comes to slavery and my family, it was right here in Maryland. I want y'all to read on Surrattsville. Clinton, read about the history of Southern Maryland, basically where I live at, basically where my folks came to DC from. I want you to read the history of Surrattsville, how literally in Clinton, Maryland, Jabari, do you know where our dentist was yesterday? Where we went to the dentist? You know where I took you to the dentist yesterday, right? That place right there where the dentist is. Okay, you know that gas station at the corner before I go across to go to the dentist office? It's a little gas station on the left. I said, if you turn up that street, that's where old and Ma used to live. Well, right up that street is a museum called the Surratts Museum. It's dedicated to the Civil War. The South was on the left side, the North was on the right side. That means where we were, where we go to the dentist, you were a free black man. Right across the street, you still had to be a slave. In Maryland. Maryland was a union state, but it had half slavery. So all of that up there where Ma live at in California, Maryland, and all of that out there, and all up Plum Point, up further up Route 4 where we live at, all of that was slave places. Right here we were free. Right across, you could look across the street and see somebody that looked like you, and he was a slave. Or you could look across the street and you be a slave and see somebody look like you, he was free. People don't know the history of Maryland like they should. They don't teach our kids that. Harvard the Grace. What he do? What your uncle do? To live in Harvard the Grace. They got that motherfucker, they got that crazy home for motherfucking military people who murk a nigga up at Harvard the Grace. Yes, y'all. Watch this. Matter of fact, let me read some of it to you. Did you know a Southern Marylander sparked the Civil War? Dred Scott was from Southern Maryland. Dred Scott was from Southern Maryland. Slavery in Maryland lasted over 200 years. Watch this. I told y'all I got one from St. Mary's and one from Calvert County. Watch this. One of my great great granddaddy from Calvert, no, from St. Mary's. My great grandmother from Calvert County, Maryland. When the first Africans were brought as slaves to St. Mary City, Maryland, That's why I tell people. But I can't be no man. My people been here since Maryland was here. So it ends after the Civil War. While Maryland developed similarly to neighboring Virginia, slavery declined in Maryland as an institution a little earlier, and it had the largest free black population by 1860. Right. Bert, do you realize that at one point in time, everybody was basically listed from Baltimore County? I was looking at that shit. I'm like, damn, everybody from all of us was listed from Baltimore County. We all came through them ports. It took a minute for me to register. I said they all came through them ports. From the colonies founded in 1634 until the state abolished slavery in 1864, enslaved blacks were important in shaping Maryland's history. The commodities they produced provided the foundation for Maryland's economy and formed it. This is not me, y'all. This is literally, look, that is the Maryland State Archives. That was the Maryland State Archives that literally says we are foundational black Americans. We built the foundation of the economy of Maryland for it to be the flourishing state that it is now. Maryland is only great because of the black people who are here. In spite of years of them trying to thwart progress, discrimination, and them purposely putting drugs in our community, purposely raising rent and trying to make places unlivable. Despite all of that, black Marylanders still find a way to get it done. So I salute Senator GOP Carter with her foresight to understand that this is money that is owed to Marylanders, and we should, especially to foundational black Americans, that need to be put to the side. This is according to the Maryland State Archives that black Americans were the foundation. That's what they said of building Maryland. I mean, first paragraph. Slaves labored on tobacco plantations that fueled the colony's economic growth during the 17th and 18th centuries. Fortunes amassed from the labor of enslaved workers allowed Maryland's gentry to dominate colonial politics and propelled them to a national prominence. By the 19th century, slaves could be found in every corner of Maryland. Slaves labored in Cecil counties, iron furnaces, Enslaved farmlands harvested wheat in Washington County. Skilled slave artisans like Frederick Douglass made ships in Baltimore's harbor. So when they say all we did was pick cotton, Frederick Douglass never picked no cotton. Frederick Douglass was doing the ship caulking, helping put ships together to waterproof the ship. During the Civil War, foundational Black Americans reclaimed their freedom, but the weight of slavery's history was not easily obliterated, as slavery continued to cast a long shadow over the state. Blacks have endured poverty and discrimination until the 21st century. Slavery's influence can be seen and felt as the recent debates about the state song and reparations demonstrate. In 2000, recognizing slavery's importance to Maryland's history, the legislature created the Commission to coordinate the study, commemoration, and impact of slavery's history and legacy. 7 years later, both houses of Maryland legislature and Annapolis City Council officially expressed the regret for the role of that Maryland played in maintaining slavery. As the official apologies affirm, slavery is now recognized as a crime, but for most of human history, few considered it either illegal or immoral. Bullshit. They knew what they was doing. If they didn't think it was illegal or immoral, why didn't they do it to themselves? I get tired of that bullshit. Let's break that down right there. If they didn't know it was immoral and wrong what they were doing, watch this, y'all. Why didn't they do it to themselves? What's up, Sports Critic? They didn't do it to themselves. And when people come, whites were slaves. No, they weren't. Y'all wasn't raping their wives, raping their kids, making them have sex with multiple different people, even their own mom, to breed children to be slaves. They weren't in slavery for perpetuity. It wasn't indefinite slavery. In fact, it wasn't slavery at all. They basically, what they were the first contract workers. There were no white slaves. There were white contract workers. They didn't whip the Irish. They didn't rape the Irish wives. The Irish got paid after 7 years and got land, and some Irish got slaves. Some Irish purchased slaves. That's why you got a Shaquille O'Neal. And it was Irish slave masters too. Exactly, talking to Grubber. Most of them found their footing as slave patrol, still working for the slave master that they was contracted to at first. What would happen, they would be the overseer for 7 years. Then they would get money and some land. Some of them purchased slaves, some of them took their land and still work for the slave master as slave patrol. Many cases they got houses right on the plantation, their own houses and quarters that were cleaned by slaves. That was tended to by slaves. Don't let these people try to run this game on you like you don't know history. What's up, Rodney? Don't let these people play with you like you're stupid. What's up, Rod? What you got to explain to motherfuckers is you don't know history. I do. And we're green looking like. Yeah, right. Exactly, sports. That don't happen much around here, but yeah. I know where you at. You do get them casino ass niggas run around with a motherfucking clover on his shirt talking about he looking for a shamrock drinking green beer with a dumbass leprechaun hat on. Yeah, you right. That I know that happened there in Chicago. Ain't shit big deal. This good sister, Senator Jill Carter, with this you know what? That's what I meant to ask. I'm gonna call again. I'm gonna call while y'all on. I couldn't hear you. Who am I speaking with? Carrington? Oh, cool name. How you doing, Carrington? I'm LeVar Smith. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I called yesterday in regards to it was unbeknownst to me. I study stuff like this all the time. So I came across Senator Carter trying to push a bill for reparations. And I was very intrigued by it. So I called yesterday. I spoke to another nice lady, and she was basically explaining because I wanted more specifics. I knew that she was trying to set aside cash to basically pay reparations to black Americans here in Maryland. But the thing that I wanted to make sure was that one, it was cash, and two, I know she's just trying to make sure that the funds are there. But I'm more of the logistical side where we make sure it goes to foundational black Americans here in Maryland, meaning the actual descendants of slaves in America, because one, legally, you can't get away with it by just giving it to all black people, especially when if somebody came here and they're a descendant of somebody from Delhomey, they sold our ancestors here. You don't need no damn reparations if you sold us. You did? You understand? So, I mean, and this is very easy to trace because me myself, my great great grandmother raised me. She's from St. Mary's County. I can trace all of their I could trace their lineage back to the 1870 or 1910 census. Their name should be on it. And my yeah, so I can trace my family. So my family was here in Calvert County, and they walked down to DC. My other half of the family was in South Carolina. I traced that back to 1723. I found my five-time great grandfather. So these are easy things to find. We shouldn't be just giving out money willy nilly if this is real reparations for us. That's the second thing I want to reiterate. But the third thing I need to know, I live here in Prince George's County. I need to know, is my state representative pushing with Senator Carter? Because if not, they need to get their ass up out of here.
Let's see.
Yeah, because that can't happen. You can't be a representative for us here and you sitting here. I mean, no disrespect, but I've been in this area since I was 16, 17 years old. I remember when I went to school, the only Hispanic family I knew was the Martinez family. Now, man, I don't know what's going on. And they fast tracking a whole bunch of people into our neighborhood. They the ones that can go to social services and get benefits. I got a cousin who was 70% blind, and he couldn't get nothing for social service, and they flat out told him, well, if he ain't pregnant or a illegal immigrant, he ain't gonna get no help. So yeah, we need to know. I need to know who's supporting Senator Carter so we can get the word out so we can get their ass up out of office. What you think, Miss Carrington?
Well, I mean, personally, so I would suppose I am African American, so I definitely believe in the idea of reparations for our people, just because we really have never had that. Um, and I think a lot of other groups who have faced oppression in America have gotten some form of reparations outside of African Americans. I definitely agree.
Exactly. You being nice. You being nice. Let me go and say it the right way. We pay all these bastards reparations and we ain't had shit to do with any of their oppression, meanwhile suffering oppression at the same time. The least the and we made it possible for any of these bastards to be sneaking across borders, flying across overseas, to come over here and be George Zimmerman.
Right.
We made that possible because we the only ones that for it. I understand you at work and this probably a government call, but hey, they already know who I am. This voice has been heard before. The good thing is y'all the ones on my side. Everybody can attest. Y'all been would have hung up on me by now.
No, never that. Never that.
No, but that's how I know. So, man, Senator Carter need to come to PG County, man. Cause nah, they be buck dancing down here. They be buck dancing. I remember Landover when I was growing up. That's where Sugar Ray Leonard, the boxer, used to live. I don't know if you old enough to know who that is, but he used to live there. And that used to be Ray Leonard Road. It used to be a prominent black area. Now I go through there, it's Amigo world. I can't even find a black person. And then if I do, he don't speak the same language. He just give me the Spanish smile. And I'm saying that's cool, but that's not cool. Cause they brought them here. Tell the truth. When the last time you seen a construction site where it was mostly black people?
Fair. That's fair.
You see what I'm saying? Where the fuck? We didn't go nowhere.
Right.
All right, watch this. How come it's okay to have a corner store that Asians own, no black people work there? How come it's good to own, it's cool to own a liquor store, Arabs own, no black people work there? In that same neighborhood, now it's a damn Peruvian chicken place that Spanish people own, no black people work there. The only problem is it's in a predominantly black neighborhood.
Oh yeah, no.
And we ain't, but we can't keep a soul food restaurant open to save our life. Am I the only one that's noticing this? Because when I called that motherfucking cheesing ass governor with the Sambo smile on his face, they didn't call me back.
You said they didn't.
No, they don't never call me. I've been calling Westmore is a sellout. Don't trust no black man with no facial hair. He bald head with no facial hair. Only black man who bald head with no facial hair that I'm gonna trust is Jadakiss. That's it. I'm bald head. I got goatee. Cause I want to be trusted. Then he got dual allegiances. He's an immigrant and part. Man, I'm sorry. Nah.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Then I always see him smiling and kikiing cacan with white people. He ain't done nothing for us. He did the Barack Obama to be the governor. Uh, Look, we want hope. We want change. I said, man, I hope y'all think nothing gonna change. Everybody cursed me out. Now here it is. Now everybody calling me a genius, asking me how he know. Well, let me give you a heads up how I knew Obama wasn't gonna do nothing for black people. He half white, half African. We run around here descendants of slaves. He a part of the people who made us slaves and sold us as slaves. What relationship does he have with us?
That's true.
We gotta start thinking, man. We a whole bunch of college educated morons and a whole bunch of internet dumbasses. Man, we smarter than that. My dad got so mad at me, like, Va, you ain't gonna vote. I said, Dad, I ain't never vote for no cracker, and I'm not gonna vote for one now. Man, come on, son. This a black pride. I never thought I would see this. I said, that was the hook. The minute he became president, what happened? Sellout ass Skip Gates got his ass whooped on his own front porch. And what Obama do? Oh, let's have a beer. What? You drunk a beer with the police. Then what happened? Trayvon, Mike Brown, all that shit happened under his watch. Not one person went to jail. We gotta do better, baby. So,
We do.
so,
We absolutely do.
so basically, what I did you find out who voting with her?
I did not, but I do have the numbers for the senators for this county.
Okay, let me get them right now. Yeah, because we're gonna talk to them in a minute. Let's go.
That was supposed to go away. Hold on 1 second.
No problem.
So the first one I have is going to be Senator, I think it's Rosa Pepe.
Is who?
Rosa Pepe. James is his first name. The last name is R-O as in Oscar, S as in Sam, A-P-E-P-E.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's the number?
410
Mm-hmm.
841
Mm-hmm.
3141.
Mm-hmm. I don't trust her already.
Senator Alonzo Washington.
Let's see what Big Zoe talking about. Senator Zoe.
For the number, same area code and same, was it 841? And then the last four digits is 3155.
3155. Okay.
Then we have Senator Ronald Watson. His number, same thing, 410 841. Last four digits is 3631.
3631.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Then we have Senator Joanne Benson.
See, these sound like old black names. I trust these people with these old black names.
Definitely, Senator Benson, I definitely think um, she she's a Spitfire, so I think that
You saying Senator Benson a rider? Okay. We gonna find out. I'm telling you. I'm, I think you can tell from this call. They all gonna get a call. Okay.
her number, the last four digits is 3148.
3148. Bet.
And then we got Senator Nick Charles.
My man Nick Charles.
We got 3127 as the last four digits.
3147.
Mm-hmm.
Bet. Mm-hmm.
Senator Anthony Muse.
Anthony Yee.
Muse,
Oh, okay.
like music, M-U-S.
Yeah.
And then his number ending in 3092.
3092. Okay.
Senator Michael Jackson.
He better moonwalk his ass up there. Senator Michael Jackson better moonwalk his ass up there and vote for that damn reparations bill. Ain't nobody playing with him. The hell he
Last four
talking about?
digits. No, you're good.
Oh,
3700.
30. The hell Senator Jackson talking about?
And then last but not least,
Mm-hmm.
Senator Malcolm Augustine.
Malcolm August. I don't know. He got the right first name.
I promise you he is. I've seen his picture. Well, I've seen him. He is.
Okay.
Last four digits is 3745.
3745. You are the lady, Carrington. You are the
Thank
lady.
you. I
You
really
are the lady.
appreciate it.
Now I appreciate you. We need. I'm glad we got sisters like you around. I'm gonna call you sometime. You gonna go ahead. We gonna sneak some intel so we can do something for the people.
Deal.
But it was great talking to you, and thank you so much for the help. I'm getting ready to go get on some ass now. Pause.
Perfect.
Pause. I'm about to go. I'm about to go light some of these folks up though.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And if somebody could get a chance, I would love to get an interview with Senator Carter. I do a little YouTube show. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of controversial, but a black dude who ain't scared to speak his mind, when is that not controversial?
That's true.
So I mean, we could just do it over the phone. It's just a few things I wanted to talk to her about and see where she's coming from, or get her a chance to get out her platform, and it ain't even got to be with me. I have quite a few other people I link up with who are a little more erudite than myself, and those sisters, I think they do a great job with interviewing her.
Okay,
So,
okay.
so,
We can
so if
definitely
she could, yeah, so if she could stay in contact with me, I love to see it.
absolutely. You
Hmm?
got it.
Okay, well, have a good one, though.
You too.
Bye
Take
bye.
care. We'll talk soon.
We got some work to do. All right, Rosa Pepe. Rest in peace, Eric Mays. It's called Rosa Pepe, y'all. When they wouldn't legalize weed, I did the same thing. The next week, weed was legalized. Let's see if this works. How you doing? Is this the office of Senator Rosa Pepe?
This is Officer Rose Pep. Yes, I can help you.
Yes, sir. I was calling because I'm Senator Pepe. She's a state senator here in Maryland, and I wanted to know what her position was with our good sister Senator Jill Carter with the her plan with reparations for Black Americans from Maryland.
I'm not talking about that specific bill. Is there a specific bill number on that one?
I think it's number 64. I believe that she's just introduced, where she's saying, where it's basically suggesting to use the tax dollars and extra money that we have to put in the stipend that will later be distributed in cash payments to the descendants of slaves here in Maryland. And as somebody whose family was enslaved in Maryland, of course, I think this is a great idea. And as a person who studied history and realized that Black Americans have paid reparations to the following: Jewish people, who they have not had a hand in their Holocaust and actually went over there to fight and then came back to be segregated. Asians who were put in internment camps, who we did not put in internment camps, went over to fight, help, and then came back home to segregation. Native Americans, we were already here with the Native Americans before the arrival of Columbus, who didn't really land here, and before colonization. We didn't steal the land, yet we pay for the reservations. So I think it's about time, since the foundation of Maryland has been built off of the back of slavery, and we're not talking about just the tobacco, the fruit, the shipbuilding, the houses, the roads, the foundation of the economy now. We're being overtaxed in PG County. Most of our money doesn't even go into the schools. It goes somewhere out to bigger, more affluent counties, and we get left with crumbs. So I think it would be fair if Senator Pepe will vote along with Senator Carter, and I would like to know her position so we could get the word out, because I'd love to know that we have an ally in this situation. All right?
Roosevelt is his last name.
Yeah.
His name isn't Rosa Pepe.
Oh, okay. So it's a whole name. Okay, Rosa Pepe.
That's
All
his
right.
last name.
Okay, they didn't give me his first name. Okay.
His first name is Jim.
Okay.
Now, I'll look into the bill. I haven't heard anything about that particular bill, but I'll
Mm-hmm.
certainly look into it and flag it for Jim. Are you a resident of the district?
I'm a resident of Maryland. Yes.
No, of District 21, the district that Jim represents.
I'm a resident of Maryland, man. I don't count none of the districts. I don't know what number I'm in.
Okay.
But I know I am a resident of Maryland. That really shouldn't matter. I could be. I mean, you want me to move there?
No,
You know any good
I
spots?
just checked that for our record.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Do you know which town or city you live in?
Oh yeah, I live in Forestville, Maryland.
Forestville. Okay, so that's outside the district. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, I'll look into the bill.
Well, what district is Jim's? I'm
Uh,
quite sure I got family that lives there.
His district is 21, which is like College Park, Laurel, Beltsville, that
Oh
area.
yeah, sure. Yeah, I got plenty of people out there. That's nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Yeah,
I'll
so
look
we
into
got
it.
to see how. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, Jim is on the right side of history. But have a
Okay.
good one, man.
You do the same.
Yeah. Fuck out of here, Rodney. Do you know what Forestville is? I want you to Google District Heights. Google District Heights, Forestville, D.C. Rodney, Google that and then come back to me. Then you'll see. You're like, this nigga do live in D.C. Yeah. All us from the South Side who saved up to be poor, we move out to Forestville. All of us from Uptown who save up to be poor, we'll move out to the Laurel area or the Hyattsville, Silver Spring area. Let's call you. You know what? Let's call Biggs up, cause I just don't. This white guy, I don't even know about the bill. Yeah, I bet you don't, motherfucker. Why don't? Why don't? Am I press one if y'all wasn't shocked? That guy didn't know anything about the bill. I thought it was a lady named Rosa Pepe. His name Jim. Well, listen, Jim, Los Pepes, or whatever his name is, be on the right side of history. I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah, I call him James. Can I call him James? My man, James Rosa Pepe.
Hello, Officer Alonso Washington. How can I help you?
How you doing, sir? My name is LeVar Smith. I'm a resident here in PG County, Maryland. And I was calling because it was just brought to my attention a couple of days ago about Senator Jill Carter. Are you familiar with her?
Yes.
Okay, so are you familiar with the bill that she's proposing?
Um, I'm not sure which bill you're referring to. I'm sorry.
The reparations bill.
I see.
You see? Do you know? Are you familiar? Is that a guess?
Well, I hadn't heard about it, but
Oh, yes.
I
Yes.
think I have an idea of what it's about.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, it's about uh, what she has is a great plan right now. It's basically setting the monies aside that through taxation. Of course, they legalized marijuana in the state, so you know they're making hand and money over money hand and fist. They got casinos all over the place, so we know money is pouring in. Hell, they was laying people off, but the casino was still open during COVID, so money is coming into the city and then coming into the state. So it's about time that the state pay homage to the people who helped build it. The foundational black Americans that resided and are from Maryland. And like myself, I can trace my slavery roots back to the 1700s right here in St. Mary's and Calvert counties. from both plantations that my great great grandmother ended up sharecropping before she moved down here to DC in the late 50s. So when it comes to that bill, I think Representative Washington should help push with Senator Carter, and I wanted to know where he stood.
Well, right now the Senator's in committee, so I cannot tell you his position right now on the bill.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely let him know about your call. Definitely let him know about the support for it. And
Yeah.
check it out.
Yes, he needs to get full support. I called Senator Carter, and I asked for a list of all the senators because being a resident of Maryland for the last over the last 20 years and back and forth between DC and here because I still have family all scattered through the state. This was something that I just learned about because Fox News was, of course, being derogatory and negative towards it. But when I looked at it and read it, I said, this makes sense. It's about time. The same people who made it possible for people to immigrate here, black Americans, the same people who made it possible for Asians to get their reparations because it came through our tax dollars and we didn't put them in internment camps. The same people who helped build the country and didn't put any Native Americans on any reservations. In fact, some of us were already supposed to be on those reservations, and due to a racial status, they were kicked off the codes and not allowed to get any of their Native American benefits. So when we look at things like that, the black American who has built this country has got the short end of the stick. Maryland should be the forefront and the fire starter of what the right thing is to do. Do you know during the Civil War, the people who had the most free blacks in the whole country when people were still doing slavery? It was Maryland, even though Southern Maryland still had slavery. Go figure that out if you didn't know that history. So I think this is something we should be behind, don't you think?
Of course.
Right.
I'll definitely let the Senator know.
Please let the senator know, and I will be in touch.
Sounds good. Perfect, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, bye bye. Right. That's why when you be saying all that shit, they be like Simple City. Simple City down the street. All that shit down the street. That's why we move it. Hey, look, if you go to the Maryland Museum in Baltimore, right? If you go to the Maryland Museum in Baltimore, the Maryland Museum in Baltimore actually explains after the Civil War, they cut DC's size down to 10 by 10 by 10 by 10. That's why Capitol Heights and District Heights and certain areas that's called District and Capital in Maryland, that used to be officially DC. I laughed my ass off. I said, ain't that a bitch? I ain't know. So I do live in DC. Even when I moved, I didn't move away. They just zoned it. We gonna rezone. You in Maryland now, nigga. Yeah, but you see, you got a Spanish dude answering the phone. Let's talk. Let's go talk to Ronald Watson. Okay, let's go talk to Ronald Watson. That's why. That's why you'll get some dumb motherfuckers. Baltimore ain't the DMV. No, Baltimore ain't as close to DC as these parts of DC. I mean, these parts of Maryland. It's a weird dynamic here. Like us that grew up in DC will move to PG County. Cause we can be you can catch the bus or walk back to DC. You could literally walk wherever you want to go back to DC from certain parts of where we at in Maryland. So it's a different vibe. It's like you southeast extended. Yeah.
Office of Senator Juan Watson, this is Shayla. How can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing? I was calling because I was wondering if Ronald Watson was voting for aware of the bill that Senator Carter was pushing for Maryland.
Not. Do you happen to know what bill number that is, sir?
I think it was six. I think it's 64. It's the bill for putting money aside for reparations.
Okay. I.
Why is that funny? That was funny.
No, absolutely not, sir.
I'm about to say I just heard you giggle.
I largely believe that Senator Watson is fully due to reparations for formerly enslaved and descendants of those who were formerly enslaved. So
Exactly. Okay, that's beautiful. Now,
no. My last is just no. I'm just like wasn't familiar that one. I'm largely
yes. Okay.
believe that the senator is in support.
Okay.
I do know that he does vote in line, certainly with Senator Carter. So
great.
Support. Now, can I get your name?
Yeah.
To make notation.
No problem. LeVar Smith.
Okay.
And the reason I was calling was because this is a great idea, and of course I'm for it. I all of the white supremacist arguments. I'm knocking them out of the park like I'm Barry Bonds with no Balco. So it's easy. I don't want to hear about, hey, well, it was so long ago. Well, I mean, you stole the Indians' land a long time ago, and my tax money give it to them, and I ain't had nothing to do with that. Matter of fact, they kicked us out of our right to some of that. But we'll talk about it.
Absolutely, sir. No, I do believe that certainly Senator Watson believes in equity and inclusion as well as supporting diversity. And
Oh, no.
And but most importantly, sir, restorative justice. So I will certainly follow up with the senator. I do certainly believe that he is in support as a man of color, the black man, most important.
I was about to say, well, see, that's the problem. I'm not talking about the man of color. The man of color was George Zimmerman killing Trayvon Martin. The man of color was Geronimo Yanez killing Philando Castile. The man of color, people get away with that. No, we have to be specific to us. And just like this is what I was, because it's going to be another reparations rally here in July, and I personally want to get a foothold as far as building like a Freedmen's Bureau of people who can trace their lineage to actual slavery in America, because inclusion and all of that is fine, even though it's still kept black people on the bottom rung of society in here. No, this personally, man, we have to do this right. We can't be funny with it. We can't just give it to all black people. We need to give it based on lineage. You need to be able to trace your lineage to slavery in America. Like I've told everybody, every other senator that I've called, you can trace my lineage to St. Mary's and Calvert counties, the Henson Plantation and the Goldman Plantation. You can trace that there. I was lucky enough to be raised by my great-great-grandmother. So she was telling me how her grandmother was in slavery here in Maryland. And they got to sharecrop the land after slavery was open. So this is something really personal to me, not only because I love our people, but we've been tricked back too many ways. I mean, affirmative action did not benefit us the way it should have. We can all agree on that.
Absolutely.
A lot of these programs where we talk about we're talking about diversity and inclusion. Do you realize we are dumping? And I hate to say it like this. I understand you might have it tough in your country, and you got to run over here because our ancestors fought so that they could have a place to come. But why aren't anybody why isn't anyone saying that their ancestors never fought for us to have a place to come? And as a matter of fact, it's black people where they're coming from that they subjugated there. So we're letting a lot of Zimmermans and all of that into our neighborhoods. And come on, I live in the neighborhoods. I go to my son's school. I have a 29-year-old, a 22-year-old, and an 11-year-old. I watched the demographics change. The other day, I'm up to school to get my nephew, and it's a Mexican black fight. And I'm like, why is that happening? Well, one, because when you fast track people into our neighborhoods and dump them on top of them and then give them more resources than we get, then it becomes a fight. And then when they don't really have any loyalty to the things that we fought for, now you see our freedoms getting erased. So this reparations thing needs to just be for us, not for anybody of color. It's not about diversity. This is about repaying our people in this land who fought for everybody else to finally get what they deserve. And that's what I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page for that. No disrespect to none of my African brothers and sisters. No disrespect to none of my Jamaican brothers and sisters, my Hispanic brothers, none of that. But y'all didn't fight for this one.
I agree, sir, and well, personally. But certainly we will make note for the senator. Make sure certainly he's aware of this bill, and do appreciate you taking this, making today's call.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. You have a good day, sir.
You too.
Bye now.
Bye. I think I might have heard her. This ain't about no goddamn feelings. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. This ain't about no goddamn feelings. This ain't about no feeling. How many more names I got? That's the first side. I got one more. I think Joanne Benson. They said she's staying on business. I got Nick Charles, Anthony Muse, Michael Jackson, and that nigga Malcolm Augustine. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna finish Joanne Benson off. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna call 4 people. Nah, that lady laughed at first. I was about to say, hold up. Y'all said, hold up. What's funny? I ain't laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I said, hold up. What the fuck is you laughing at? No. No. Hey, she was about to give me the diversity and inclusion song and dance. I don't want to hear it. Nah. Hey, Shirley, maybe she do, cause when she explained herself, she said it like, "Oh, you talk about reparations? Oh no, I know he, cause they on a recorded line, Rodney, cause they on a recorded line, and he a black man, and if he have any sisters in there talking radical, that shit'll be on Channel 4 News. Let's be honest. That's why I tell them, no, no, let me say it. That's why they all, if you notice, all of them laughing when I get to going, except the white ones. What you say, Reef? That was right on the money, huh, Reef? Reef, I ain't stupid. They on a recorded line. She thought this was about, she was like, oh, this about reparations. Oh, well, trust me. He want to vote for some reparations. He gonna get his too. And shit, I got a great grandmother. My great grand my great great grandmother's daughter-in-law, my great grandmother. We don't know where she lived other than DC. Yeah, it's the nigga blue. Maryland is the bluest state. Republicans live in a little ass pocket way out west Maryland going towards Pennsylvania. Asbert. Republicans live in Maryland so blue, Republicans live near all the state lines. We got a West Virginia state line. That's where the Republicans live. Pennsylvania state line. That's where the Republicans live. Delaware state line. That's where the Republicans live. Not the Virginia state line. They can't live there. Right. Well, thank you, Samurai. Samari. Thank you. Right. Cumberland. Samari. Where the jails is. Where the prisons is. The jails always where them white boys at. Yeah, they can't go to the Virginia state line. That's too close to DC because the Virginia state line is DC. So they don't go nowhere near that. They go all them state lines. That's where Red Maryland is. If I had to do a percentage, Maryland 75-25, blue red. Some of them way up here by the beach, but they gotta be quiet. It's too many black people around there. For real, some of them way up there by the beach. Some Waldorf, like I said, they gotta be quiet. Too many black people around. You won't last long. Do some racist shit, they got fired. Let's call Senator Joanne Benson. They probably already. She done took the phone off the hook. Senator Benson said. She done took the phone off the hook. She said. I'm trying to call Joanne Benson. Somebody done subbed to me. Cause that don't, them niggas done took the phone off the hook. We don't want to talk to this angry Negro. That was funny. Man, fuck that, bitch. You gonna answer this phone. Should that even be a thing? A state? Jim, you've got to stop him. He's trying to get reparations. He's getting traction. He's speaking intelligently and making sense. He wasn't saying curse words. That's what I dialed, bro. Dale.
Good afternoon, Senator Benson's office.
Hello, how you doing?
We're doing okay. How can I help you?
Yes, my name is LeVar Smith. I was calling because I was told that Senator Benson was working alongside Senator Carter with the reparations bill.
Okay, well, what's your question? You just calling to clarify that, or?
One, I wanted to clarify it, and two, I didn't get to ask the question.
That's why I was wondering what it is.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that that was the case because every other senator that I've called seemed like they don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
What's the bill number?
I think it's bill number 64.
Senate Bill 64?
Yes, I think it is.
I have, that's not it.
Let me check it.
I need a bill number, and then I can tell you.
I think it's 64.
What you can do to follow it is go to the Maryland General Assembly's website, and then just in the search box, just put the bill number in, or whatever you're searching on, and it'll come up.
It's in the Maryland Reparations Act of 2024.
Yeah, it should have some sort of number. That's the only way I can search it in the database.
Yeah.
Or I can transfer you to our information desk. You could try them. Because the way it works, a lot of members may, like, the other member may be the primary sponsor, and then Senator Benson could be a co-sponsor.
Yeah.
So in which case, we're not going to know a whole lot.
Okay.
More.
Well, that's basically.
It's best to talk to the sponsor of it.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I said. I spoke to Senator Carter's office a couple of times. They've been pretty cool, and they actually said they were the ones that told me. They were like, no, they were like, Senator Joanne Benson, you're probably gonna like her. She more than likely, without her and Senator Carter, they're probably gonna be lockstep on this. I talked to Senator Washington's office, no, Senator Watson's office, and he definitely, and I heard he's definitely on board with it. So I was just checking to see if everybody was on board. And the thing I wanted to ask or just leave, just for reference, is that we make sure it's lineage based, not just race based, meaning not a cover, not just every black person, but specifically be able to trace your lineage here to America. The 1910 census should be able to do it. I literally, well, I was raised by my great great grandmother, and she's from Calvert County, so I know my lineage comes from out there, but I don't believe that we should like try to do a catch all or a lift all boat because it's really not for that. So that's really what I wanted to leave and just
Yeah. So
yeah.
with that being said, what I would do is
Mm-hmm.
put that in the email and send it to whoever is co-sponsoring this with the senator or the senator.
Yes.
That's definitely not one of her primaries
Okay.
bills. You know, because they sign on to a whole lot of bills, but it's best to express your views
Mm-hmm.
to the sponsor of the bill. Because when you go on the website, it'll tell you who sponsored it.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely did that. I definitely did.
So
Like I said, I talked
them
to
the email.
yeah, like I said, I talked to them twice, and I'm glad you said send them an email. I will send them an email.
Because that way it's on record,
Yeah.
you know, your stand. And a lot of times, you know, they review it. At least her legislative team will review it. That's how we work with the member.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So, yeah, but that's all I really was calling to see if, because nobody, honestly, you're the first person that explained that. But of course, like you said, I called the sponsor of the bill first, and I just asked for a list of the other senators because I was like, I just want to see if they're going to vote along with you or who's not going to be on board, because I believe if you're not going to be on board, we need to get your ass out of there.
right. And what's the exact name of it?
That's exactly what it just said here. I'm reading from WBF and Fox News. Unfortunately, because they were the ones crying about it, says Senator Jill Carter, Democrat of Baltimore City, sponsored
Okay.
the,
You know what? I'll just check under.
yeah, it says the Maryland Reparations Act of 2024.
Yeah, I will check on her legislation that she put in. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, SB 0622. Is that the bill number?
I'm checking.
Because I see it right here. It say SB 0622.
We got a whole lot of bills. Let me get the bill number because she got so much. Okay, SD
0622.
0622. There we go. Okay, so it's not saying anything about the co-sponsor. That's what I was looking for because I wanted.
Yeah, it just says sponsored by Senator Carter.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they could tell you, I could even tell you, hold on.
Okay.
The budget and tax is Senator Benson's standing committee. Um, if it's not on the voting list here,
Mm-hmm.
it's not being voted on today.
Yeah, I about to say it's not being voted on today. I don't think.
No, it's not. No, see, they haven't made it public. Their
Yeah.
voting list.
Yeah.
The member's office now.
Okay.
Yeah, when they're going to vote. And once they vote, then it's publicized. So I was just checking to see if it's on the list.
Okay.
It's not on the list today, but that's okay. It's, tomorrow, if they vote tomorrow. So what you could do
Mm-hmm.
is also check with Budget and Tax Committee.
Okay.
So call them and just say, hey, concern citizen about Senate Bill 62. You just want to find out if, when it's going to be voted on. They may or may not tell you,
Okay.
because they may or may not know, because there's so many bills.
They might tell me mind my business. Mind your business.
But we're here for you. We can't do that. If somebody does that, you have to report them, unfortunately.
Mind your business. You always want to know stuff.
You just don't realize that. We have to make time for you, because we're here because of you.
Yeah, well, I mean, y'all are, but so many people don't seem to understand that now, do they?
Because, elections come up.
And I'm about to say the most important thing is being reelected, not what we want.
Yeah, you got that right.
That's how they be. But I appreciate it. Thank you.
So let me Budget and Tax phone number.
Let me check. Yeah, let me get that.
Just as a side note, you can always call us.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't get any answers there, because one thing about it, the committee that's hearing it is Senator Benson.
Okay.
She sits on.
Okay, cool. Good.
So you didn't go wrong.
Good.
Not listed.
But that's okay as long as as long as I talk to the lady who gonna be there.
Right. So she is definitely a member of Budget and Tax.
Okay.
So if it's going to be heard, so it's an act. It's a Maryland Reparation Act.
Right.
So we got to see how that moves. But they can tell you more than I can on the process.
Yes, ma'am.
For acts.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you for the call and following up.
Hey, no problem. Hey, look, I love our people. Look, we deserve this.
Yeah.
We really
follow
do.
it. That's a good way to follow it. Their number is, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I sure would. I would call them, and if you can't get them, just call our office. My name is Carletta.
Yes, ma'am.
I am Senator Benson's Chief of Staff. And what's your name?
LeVar.
I may or may not remember, but that's okay. All you got to do is mention reparation, and that'll get my attention.
Yes, ma'am. There we go. That's right, because you want yours, too. You deserve it.
Okay, you ready?
Let's do it.
So the number's 410 841 3690.
3690. Gotcha.
And that's budget and taxation.
Budget and taxation, yeah.
We just say B&T committee.
Okay.
So that's where it is now.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you, ma'am, man.
Okay, you take care. Call us anytime.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Carletta. Have a good one.
All right. You too, sir. Bye-bye.
Did they say how much money? She's saying that right now, Maryland state tax increased the rate of sales and tax for cannabis from 9% to 14%, and use that tax money to put it in to a stipend. And however much money they making, we start giving out checks, and that shit just happens. As long as they selling cannabis, as long as That ain't true. It's no reparations without being a slave. Callie, there's no reparations without being a slave. This ain't got nothing to do with no part of Africa. This only got something to do with what part of Maryland my folks was a slave in. This don't got nothing to do with no part of Africa. I'm not one of those guys that's going looking for nothing in Africa. Much respect to y'all, but nah, this ain't got nothing to do with that. Yeah, this only got something to do with if you could trace your folks to slavery right here in Maryland. And ain't none of them named Umtunde Ngagwu. Their last name is Henson and Goldman. I'm not looking for none of that. No, it don't, Callie. No, it don't. And that's the issue. Y'all be going too far back when I don't owe no allegiance to none of that. And again, God bless y'all that want to do that. But you ain't gotta drag me into that. No, I don't. I just prove I don't have to go that far back. All I gotta do is prove my folks was in St. Maurice County. I'm not looking for no African. I'm looking for an American. I'm not even looking for nobody who came over on a boat. I'm looking for somebody who worked on a plantation. You looking for people who came over on boats. I'm not. I'm looking for somebody who was working on a plantation. It's a difference. That's what reparations got something to do with. It don't got nothing to do with what. Nope. It got something. Because to be honest, my folks, some of my folks was in slavery when boats stopped coming. Right? Boats had stopped coming. These people literally never saw Africa. Ever. For generations. Never saw no part of Africa. Right? Matter of fact, they had more kith and kinship to the Native American. Right? So no, this ain't about, and it ain't about claiming no Native American shit. You right too, though. I'm not saying you wrong, but what I'm saying is we don't need to go all the way back to the boats. This is about where your folks worked at. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times we do that. We want to go all the way back to the ship. Nah, we ain't gotta do that. It was fucked up when Callie's great-great-great-grandfather was on a plantation and he never saw Africa. All he saw was Louisiana, Memphis. That's all he knew. He don't know nothing about no Africa. His father ain't know nothing about it. His father's father ain't know nothing. Maybe his father's father knew something about it, but he ain't tell him. I dig what Callie's saying. It's a place for that. But for your reparations, bro, nah, stop going that far back. Your reparations ain't got nothing to do with nobody in Africa. Your reparations got something to do with your great-great-great-grandma down there in Alabama and Mississippi. See? Samari, right. You was here with me. You not getting reparations because somebody got a bad boat ride. You get reparations because the nigga who survived the boat ride, the rest of his family worked for free to build this motherfucker. And I feel where Cali coming from, because it's a place for that. You want to know the origin. Right, it's a place to know your origin. But when we just strictly talk about reparations, no disrespect, Africa has nothing to do with this. At all. No, I know what you saying. You talk about but again, like I said, the problem with that is that the black people that were here have more of a kinship with natives. Some of them linked up with natives to run away and make new people. They ended up being slaves in the end too. You see what I'm saying? So they can claim some indigenous blood and they can claim the slave because they was both of them. That's what I'm saying. You can't just arbitrarily throw that away. Right. But most of the natives that was enslaved was black skinned or ended up having families with more black people. Like them Lumbees down in North Carolina, they try to whiten themselves up. Every last one of them look like Reggie Miller. I knew a motherfucking Indian. Listen to this, Callie. I knew one nigga that my great-great-grandma said, he's an Indian. He looked like Jabari, but he had long-ass ponytails. He looked like Jabari. He was light-skinned, but he had long-ass ponytails. Used to come get my great-great-grandmother and take us to the farmer's market and take us to the open market, right? And take us way out. And sometimes she'd take my great-great-grandma way back out Calvert County. She say, "Cowboy gonna take us down the country." She said, "But cowboy gonna take us down the country." The cowboy. I said, "Cowboy, we're black." She said, "No, he Indian." He Indian. That nigga's light skinned. But he grew up with them. He grew up with them way out there in Calvert County. I was like, I did know a fucking Indian. That nigga looked like a regular old black man. A light-skinned old black man. I swear. Swear to God, I wish I took a picture of that man. Cali, everybody mixed to an extent. But yeah, that old black man, and that's not the point, Cali. The point is that man can claim Aboriginal and he can claim descendant of a slave. That's the point. The point not who was healed, this, that, because I'm not getting into all of that. What I'm getting into is that motherfucker can claim reparations. He can. It's some old Negro that he related to that was on the plantation right next to our grandfather. That's my point. Don't matter if he was mixed or this, that, and the third. Don't matter. Just like it's gonna be some white, half white nigga. It's gonna be some Drake ass nigga. It's gonna be some Drake, and we gonna be mad as a motherfucker. This Drake looking ass nigga gonna have a nigga Zulu black. Yeah, we know, Cali. The Aboriginals are of Afro descent. We know. That's not the point. Now the point is, through this ethnogenesis, which one of us people was picking cotton and building this motherfucker? Wasn't your grandfather one of them? Mine was. Wasn't your grandmama one of them? Mine was. My man Conroy that just came from Jamaica, his wasn't. Yeah, all our folks come from Africa. Yeah. Exactly, Callie. We different people when we came here. Like, Callie, it's like this. Watch this, Callie. Now, this is what you could say for what you say. And tell me if you agree. Watch this. From what you saying now, you can say this. If you claim an Aboriginal and you black, and you can only trace your Aboriginal side, but not your black side, you don't get no reparations. You gotta holler at the tribe. You gotta holler at the tribe you trace your lineage to. That 9 times out of 10, they was the ones responsible for your slavery. If you can't find your great-great-grandfather, now that's what you could say, Kylie. If you some off-breed type of motherfucker, and you trying to claim some lineage, yeah, that's all it was, Kylie. Yeah, it wasn't enough for me to read. Yeah, now that shit right there, Kylie, you don't get. I'm Indian, yeah. Nigga, what cotton was you picking? But we were here, okay. That's a whole nother claim. That don't got nothing to do with what my grandfather was a slave. I will find him. We lost all his records. All I know was the tribe. Well, you better go talk to the motherfucking tribe. Don't come over here with the motherfucking feathers and the peace pipe. Cause this ain't that type of party. Now, Callie, that's what you saying. Don't you bring your ass up? I'm like that with everybody though, Callie. You know. I wouldn't give a damn you was from Cuba. Don't you bring your ass, nigga, you better go over there and talk to Fidel and roll a cigar. I wouldn't give a damn. Mine too, Callie. So, Callie, that's all that matters. Callie, where his grandfather came from, don't matter. Just because you said 3 times great, just like my 3 times great, they were slaves, or at least born in it. My 3 times great was a slave till she was 12. At least born in it. Or was the child of a slave. So, Callie, that's it. Nobody need to know. And my roots is just Maryland and South Carolina and I can't find my mother's grandfather. I can't find him in the census nowhere until after he married my. So they must have met in North Carolina. So it must be South Carolina, North Carolina, and Maryland, Maryland. I know South Carolina, North Carolina, Maryland, Maryland. Then I think my other grandma is DC, DC. Like serious. I think like all my shit local. My mother's side, the side that came up here. But part of her side was up here. Mine in like Greensboro, I think. I think it's Greensboro. Is it? Let me see. Let me check it. Cause I actually screenshot it and keep it in my phone. I keep a picture of that in my phone. My granddad, who my great great grandfather and all that is. This is in this one or the other one. There we go. Edgefield, South Carolina. She was born in 1904 and died in 2006. That was my great grandma on my mother's side. There go my great great grandfather draft card. There go her daddy. So that's my great great grandfather on my mom's side. They're my great great granddad. They got my great great granddaddy. Yeah, ain't fucking with me. Ain't fucking with me. Yeah, ain't fucking with Easy. I got my bloodline right there. Give me my money. They hate that plantation part. Damn right, you gotta show shit. That's in 1874 census. I mean his no, that was from the 80 census. That was the 1880 census shit. Hey Cali shit. I've looked my people only here, man. Seriously. I only look for my people here, man. I'm not obligated to look for nobody to put me up for adoption. I don't believe in that shit, Callie. I think that shit is some old Stockholm shit, man. I don't do that shit. You put me up for adoption, we not family no more. It's like that. We just not. It's cool. We might be blood, but we ain't family. That's it. You might got some of my DNA. That's it. Nigga, so what? At the end of the day, everybody got some everybody DNA. One thing for sure, once you put me up for adoption, I'm not obligated to come back looking for you. But, and look, watch this. And this how I know I wasn't kidnapped. You ain't come looking for me. Cali, that I don't think that's true. I don't think most of us did come from the Caribbean. They did try to tell us that shit, but I can't find nobody that came from the Caribbean in my family. Everybody was based in Maryland from the 1700s. They tried to say that shit. A lot of times they would ship us to the Caribbean, or we was the first stop before the Caribbean. I remember them telling us that shit too. That I kept saying, but nobody can really say where this Jamaican link came from. Oh, you. Oh, okay. You. Oh, well, I know what you talk about, Cali. Now down, you talk about down, like by Florida, the Mississippi, and Louisiana. What? Hold up. Didn't Louisiana get Haitians though? Right? Because it was the Spaniards at that point, wasn't it? And the Jamaicans, where they come in? They came in like the Floridas and shit like that, right? Cause for real, that's where the Maroons. That's where that's where the FBA Maroons came from. That shit that Cali talk about. I thought so, Cali. I thought it was Louisiana where it got the Haitians. I ain't think the Jamaicans came there. The Jamaicans came like the Florida and Georgia, and that's where that maroon shit started. Cause it was them, the dark Indians, and the motherfucking black slave runaways. That's all the fuck I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Cause like I said, cause when you know the Maroons, you know the Jamaican Maroons. But like Cali ain't bullshit now. They ain't bring as many as they try to make it seem over. Cause it was a lot of black people. Y'all gotta remember, these motherfuckers had brought over so many black people. When they freed them, they immediately had to send out the alarm to all white people to come here because they was outnumbered. And we so sweet and so kind, we ain't do nothing. That's what I'm about to say, Callie. Thank you. They brought over Jamaican slaves. They brought over rebellious Jamaican slaves to Florida and shit like that. Told our ancestors about it. And then our ancestors went, oh, word? Let's kick it off. And that's where all them revolts came from. That's why you stop hearing about all these slaves coming from Jamaica. They wasn't doing that no more after a while. They was too close to revolts. Like, all right, we ain't gonna mix the. Think about why you think they don't let Haitians come over no more. After, no, nigga, no. When they had them enslaved, it was cool. Soon as they got free, nigga, you stay your ass over there. Definitely, Cali. They was happening all over the place. Look, just like everything, John Brown was the first mass shooting to white people. That's why that's the one that you hear about. It was more than one. It was revolts happening all around the country. They wasn't trying to tell you about it. Again, that's why Tariq is right. They did send the Seminoles with the black people who was fighting with them all the way over to Nebraska. Y'all niggas get the fuck out. Yeah, they did. That's true too. Amistad was not the only ship they took over. A lot of slave ships got took over. Niggas became pirates. Seriously, niggas never got here. Niggas went somewhere and became pirates. Yeah, Seminoles was banned until they got to whiten them up. Think about it, the Seminole tribe was banned until they got whitened up. The minute they got whitened up, they became an official tribe. Yes, we did. It was revolts everywhere. And white people, what they would do, some of the slaves, if they had a menial role in it or they couldn't prove they had a major role, they'd just ship that motherfucker somewhere all the way across the country. We'd ship that motherfucker to the East Coast. They wasn't always killing them because they paid for them. Now, don't get me wrong, they was killing them, but some of the slaves, they wasn't always killing. They would, oh, we just killed all of them. Think about Nat Turner Revolt. Everybody didn't die. A lot of slaves died. Every slave didn't. Some matter of fact, they said, Cali, no bullshit. They said they deported one of them niggas to Jamaica. That's why that shit you would say. I said, damn, they sent them to Jamaica? I've seen that. I read. I said they sent them to Jamaica. One of them motherfuckers, they sold that motherfucker to the Caribbean. You good, Rodden? That's the shit. I'm like, what the fuck? They ain't never tell us that they sold niggas from here to Jamaica all the time, my nigga. It's very few black men I trust with no facial hair. Well, shit, you know at one it was a no immigration at all to this motherfucker. That's what's funny. People be talking about Donald Trump. I was like, Donald Trump just get back to his roots. Them motherfuckers was, nah, you're not coming over here. We gotta get these niggas in line. Then once they got him in line, all right, you Mick bastard, all right, you wop bastard. That's what they was saying. We didn't say that. I'm repeating the mind state of the white supremacists. All right, we need to whiten this place up. I guess you white enough. Bring your dust ass on over here. They built the ghettos and all of that, and the Italians, the Jews, the Irish, all them live in the ghettos. Remember the gangs in New York? That was a bunch of white people fighting each other. That's messed up. Mm. Man, why Cat Williams go on Joe Rogan? Nah, hold up, Cat. Why Cat Williams go on Joe Rogan? For this to happen. Uh-oh. Gotta watch Michael Jackson, man. We gotta watch that nigga Senator Michael Jackson, man. What the hell are you doing?
Why do black people like menthol so much? What's that about?
You're gonna get me canceled.
No.
This is very racist. This
Is it?
conversation, even though neither of us are. It's terrible on all ends.
I don't think it is.
Well, I don't think it is either because we have a new.
It's like if you started asking me about spaghetti, I'm not going to get offended.
How many people have ever died of pasta related illnesses? A lot, Joe.
Why do black people like menthol so much?
What?
No, it's just this. And I heard how many people have died possibly with the same name. I was just working on it.
Nah, his name Michael Jackson. Yeah. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to call. I'm gonna call them later. I ain't calling all them down. I'm gonna sneak up on them next. I got 5 out the way today. We do the other 4. Shit, if y'all here, if y'all in Maryland, look them motherfuckers up. Y'all call them and ask them. Shit, motherfuckers.
Why do black people like menthol?
Why? No, why do black people go on Joe Rogan? Damn sure was, Cal. Why do black people go on Joe Rogan? Why? And how come they insist he ain't racist when he asks racist questions? For clout? Cali. Cali. But Cali, can Joe Rogan give Cat Williams clout? Oh well, okay. But don't they already know who Cat Williams is? So, you, Callie, I know you're right. It's just frustrating, man. To right. See, I know you're right. It's just frustrating, man. What Cat? Why do you need to? You love white people so much that you go on his show. I need the racist white people to know who Cat Williams is. They know. Because they steal from the cave, Rodney. But look, Rodney, I mean, really though, yeah, Callie, that shit is crazy. Cause I'm like, Willie D, why did you go on Joe? I would know if Joe Rogan is a white supremacist. You would? Why don't you know he is? They talk about something. Cause he got a, yeah, Callie. We all, that shit frustrating. I can't even get the shit out. Callie said, the Callie laughed, said, you know I'm right though. Yeah, I know you right. That's why this shit is perplexing though. You already got clout. Like Joe Rogan can't give you no more clout. Like Callie said, they're never going to accept you. Why do you love them so much? They already knew who you was. They just, honestly, he only brought you on there to talk about some more black people. He they only brought Joe Rogan. Literally, Joe Rogan don't think it's racist because he's a racist. He thought it was cool to bring Cat Williams on there to only talk so he could talk about black people. Yes, they still don't like you. You doing all this old buck dancing and butter biscuit eating. They not gonna accept you. You doing all that to be accepted and never gonna gain it. What's the point? What? When? No. When does it end? That's the better question. When do it end? When do you realize, hey man, it's gonna be what it is? Right. Shannon, for real. That's why I was mad that people was giving Shannon all this grief. I was like, well, I would rather him go on a black podcast and talk to another black man about shit that's going on in our community with our celebrities. That's what he supposed to do. That's what he was supposed to do. Hey y'all, Cat Williams been doing shows this whole time. Somebody tell me how many times Cat Williams been on Joe Rogan. And the only reason Cat Williams on Joe Rogan now because Shannon Sharp podcast is destroying Joe Rogan's podcast no matter what goes on. And Callie, you know that's the truth. Yeah, man. That's all that was. Rogan was chasing after black fame. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do something to be relevant.
Why do black people like menthol so much?
See, look. Why would you bring Cat? You brought Cat Williams on to ask him that shit. Why do Peckerwoods love to chew tobacco? Why do white people like to ask stupid ass questions? I don't know. I guess the same reason white people like to ask dumb ass questions. And being racist at the same time. I know you don't. Most racists don't think they being racist. You're like, I'm a racist. Yeah, you a racist. You've been a white supremacist a long time. I got a black no. And said every slave master in the history of white supremacy. It's Proud Boys. Proud Boys who talking about fuck niggers with black women right now. And what they say to that slave minded broad is you're different. And she's so slave minded, she go, I'm not like them. So it doesn't impress me if you found a black person who hates black people too. Joe Rogan will be easy work. Right. Now he gonna talk about how his wife is black. Somebody said that he's got a black wife, so and he around every white supremacist you can name and you sit there and giggle with them. I can't do that. Know why? Because I can't be white supremacist adjacent. That you've been running around shooting up your HGH, steroid up. Yeah, bro, I'm Joe Rogan, bro. Fuck Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan can eat a dick. Yeah, Joe Rogan can eat a dick. Fuck Joe Rogan. Anybody watch Joe Rogan? You's a dumbass. Why you watch it? Only dumbasses watch dumbass. Thank you, Callie. He bragged about his Italian heritage. I know him. And I go, for real, you wop dago bastard. Didn't y'all make up a word to call, like nigga wasn't bad enough? You made up mooly. Fucking moulignon. Hold up. You could have just said nigga. That was bad enough. You took your time to slap the spaghetti out your mouth. Slap a breadstick out your mouth, you mushroom smelling bastard. Yeah, that's all it is, old steroid head ass dope head. Right. Smack Parmesan about his ass. Fuck wrong with you? Oh, hey man, I do steroids. I was on TV. Niggas could be so cool with one of them. Hey, Cali, how niggas could sit down, talk about they black, they love love being black, they sitting down with a motherfucker, pure Bensonhurst representative. He represents everything that happened to Yusef Hawkins. Don't he? He looked like every perpetrator that did something to Yusef Hawkins. And the comeback cat, you're a comedian. If he said some stupid shit, like, well, I wouldn't say that if you asked me about spaghetti. And like, motherfucker, well, one, black people don't ask no dumb shit like that, and spaghetti and menthol cigarettes is too different. Now, if I asked you why do white people love meth so much, then okay, that'd be different. Now, would you be mad if I asked you why y'all like so much meth? I just need to know why y'all the Percocet princes. Why y'all the meth head monarchy? I just want to know. Y'all let me know. Let me know why y'all the Furies of fentanyl. The overlords of opioids. Why are y'all that? Explain that to me. The overlord of opioids. The hierarchy of heroin. He called them a bunch of meth heads. Yeah, rock. Yeah, I just want to know. Okay, we the ministers of menthols. If we are indeed ministers of menthols, why are y'all the monarchy of methamphetamines, the hierarchy of heroin, the overlords of opioids, the furies of fentanyl, princes of Percocets, Valedictorians of Vicodin. Talk about we was kings. You know, it was all Vicodin. Vikings of Vicodin. That's what you motherfuckers was. Sitting up here fucking with us. Cat Williams shouldn't have been on there. Cat Williams should have been on that joint, man. Right, Joe and Paulie Malignaggi. That's that. Right, that's how that should have went. Hey, I hate Negroes. Don't you? Yeah, they're moulignons. We're in here smelling like garlic and olive oil. Real men. They run around smelling like coconut butter, shea butter, and things like that. Their skin is oiled, well oiled. Their skin is well oiled. Right? Is it a win if the white dude, cause they gotta report you on Twitter, right? You can say something and get away with it. They gotta report you on Twitter, right? Cause I ain't even cursed what I said. I told them, won't they go be a good white man and overdose off opioids? I told him no. I told him, won't he be an average white man and go overdose on opioids? That's all I said. That's all I said. That's all I said. That what did I say that was factually incorrect? Somebody help me out. What did I say that was factually incorrect? I told him, won't he be an average white guy go overdose off opioids? He was talking all that racist shit. He was laughing about George Floyd dying. It was he was laughing with talking with that motherfucker David Lucas. Do y'all know he did a YouTube special? Talk about he did a special on YouTube. I said, man, ain't nobody watching that dry ass shit. You not funny. Then white dude told me it ain't no racism. It's the Jews. And the Jews ain't white. Well, not the real ones, but the white ones. Oh, those are white. Them are white. They must have. They're European Jews. Yes, because they are European. Right. White folks always coming on to rejoin. It's not white people. It's the Jews. No. What color are these Jews? Hold on now. Because it's just like when you say it's the Christians. Well, hold on now. I know quite a few Christians. I know it ain't them. They got beaten in the Christianity. I'm sure they wasn't down with slavery when they got beaten in the Christianity. So I know. People be like, well, yeah, that's right, Islam. Well, you know the Arabs beat that than the black people. Surely, but it's a good contingency in this country that's black. And they call it, I am a Christian. I was like, so was the KKK. Now, which one are you? Like, I don't see no color. Okay, man. Eyes don't, the Lord don't see no color. The KKK did. They is not of the law. A lot of their meetings was in a church. They gotta come back for everything. Then you know what they say, kind of. You is of the devil, boy. Shut up, speaking with that forked tongue. Fork it. There's always some white guy. Hey man, it's not the whites, it's the Jews. Jews are not white. Yes, they are. And then this the one I say what when Tariq asked him to tell the difference. They got big noses. So everybody with a big nose is so Casino is a Jew? Nigga, Casino is a Jew. Scottie Pippen is a Jew. Dennis Rodman is a Jew. I might be a little Jewish. Just a little. If that's the quality, I don't Jesus. Then I look, I say all Peckerwood's noses is big to me. And funny face, then. Right, exactly. These white people have big nose. Okay. And Russians got big ass jug heads and smell like vodka piss and wolf shit. But they still white. I'm trying to figure out what. But everybody got to look like Phil Sims, blonde eyebrows and shit. No, they are white, white. Michael Rappaport is white, and he is like that. Hating Jaime. Jaime the hater. My man Jaime Rappaport. That this is Jaime Rappaport. That I'm going to make sure that my Jewish friends, they will all know you won't get any shekels. You won't get any shekels. Hang your apple, I'll make sure you won't get shekels. Oh, hey, get your shekels. Hang your apple. You're some stupid guy. You won't get it. Because hang your apple will make sure you don't do it. I'll take all your money and say it was for the Holocaust. You're anti-Semitic if you don't let me take your money. Because that's what Jaime Rappaport says. Yeah, Rodney. Right. First of all, only motherfuckers that don't see color is Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. Other than that, what the fuck do you do at a stoplight? Oh no, you forgot one. Jameis Winston. I'm convinced he's colorblind. Kid Grizzavity, what's up, brother? Brother. I call some of these senators back and forth. But yeah, man, that don't see color shit. Fuck, everybody sees color. Fuck you do at a stoplight. You don't see color. White folk always talking that black folks, uh, black folks need to worry about Jewish folks. No, we if they white, they probably a supremacist, and we need to worry about them. So if he Catholic and he white, you better worry about him. If he Jewish and he white, you better worry about him. If he Hindu and he like white folk, you better worry about him. If he Muslim, I don't give a fuck, got a scraggly beard like Muhammad, and he white, you better watch him. That's just it. I don't give a fuck who he pray to. Right. If he white, he probably a supremacist. That's the way I live my life. Is he white? Yeah, then he's a supremacist. You can't say that. You don't know that. Yes, I do. I can prove it. Prove it. Is he white? Then he a supremacist. Well, how can I be a white supremacist? What have you done to stop it? Well, you listening to me to be entertained, and I'm not trying to entertain you. Actually, I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to inform you and spark you to finally do something right and go ahead and come up off my reparations money. You listening to me to be entertained. That's what I be wanting to read to say to some of these motherfucking white folks because, like, look, it's insult for you to even be calling. Cause to be honest, man, I'm talking to my people about some real shit. And you calling trying to entertain yourself, man. And really, man, this ain't nothing. I ain't got time to be entertaining you. I don't have time to be entertaining you. So they need to come up off of those funds. That's what I'm saying. They need to come up off those funds. Cause I'm not until the day they put me in the ground. And then y'all see I got youngsters, so I got a granddaughter who adores me. And sit down, I can't get her to watch cartoons. If I'm in here, she gonna sit there with granddad and sit at the feet of granddad. And you know what? I'm embracing it. You know why? Because when I leave here, the message still gonna be here. So y'all can't stop this. This ain't nothing that's going away. This only getting bigger, nigga. Run me my money. Cut the check. I don't care if it's a Jew. I want to. Let me tell you something, white folk. You'll be happy to know. I want the Jews to cut the check. I want Jewish white folks to cut the check. I want Catholic white folks to cut the check. I want Christian white folks cut the check. Baptists cut the check. Satanists cut the check. Scientology cut the motherfucking check. Atheists, you don't got to believe in God, but you better believe you gonna cut that check. I ain't mad at you. You ain't got to believe in that. Non-denomination, cut the check. Jehovah Witness, cut the check. Mormon, cut the check. Buddhists, cut the check. Mexican, El Checo, please. I don't want to hear no, oh, me no do slavery, oh, but you come to country and you use tax dollars, so holla. Rikiki! Cut the check. Puerto Ricans. Oh, no, I'm black too. I'm black too, Poppy. No, you're not, Poppy. El Checo. Or go on back to the island. But you better cut that check. Um, Venezuelans. Yeah, it is. It is fucked up. It is. It is, bro. It is. By because of that, it's some motherfuckers. But it's the way it is. You know, we gonna have to deal with it. But more, the good thing is you gonna get more people like you, me, Cellmate, Town, and all them good people. BFTB, good people. More good people gonna get it than Drake ass niggas. But you're right, Callie. That's the only fucked up thing about it. For real. The only fucked up thing about reparations, it's gonna be some, and it's gonna be some coon ass niggas that can get it. But the good thing is this here. Cut the check. Right, all these people come over here talking about, oh no, we want to contribute. That's how you can contribute. Cut the check. Well, we did not enslave you. We didn't steal the country. We cut them a check. We didn't put Japanese in internment camps. We cut the check. Nigga, we didn't tell you come run across the border. We made rules for you and cut the check. Cut the check. Cut the check. Cut the check. What? Cut the check. I hear y'all. What? Cut the check. Cut the check. Cut the check. Cut the check. We do the cheap joke. Cut the check. Cut the check. We want that check. Cut. Make it out in my name. Cut Barry one, too. Go ahead on, cut my son's one. My nephews, cut that check. Like, oh, I get one. Why? My lineage back to my granddad. How you know your lineage, my uncle? Even my ungrateful nephews and nieces, they know they get some of that check. One of my nieces don't get nothing. It's her mama's fault. She ran around all that time talking about how Spanish and Cuban she was. Okay, good. You're not black, Spanish, Cuban ass. Won't get no check. Right, exactly. Christian Walker gets a check. That's true. Right, Callie. That's the only. But you know the good thing? Look, this the thing, Callie. Look, we need to hold the jump with people on record as to not wanting the reparation and turning it down. And we need, that's the thing. We need to have it where you, it's a record of you getting your reparation. Watch this. Callie, you know where I'm going, right? That need to be the thing though. It need to be a record that we keep. And we can leak it if we want. When you say, hold up, we got you on several occasions saying that you would turn it down. Thank you, Callie, Tim Scott. We got y'all on camera saying that. Y'all wouldn't want it. Y'all wouldn't take it. Okay. Thank you. Callie, Bert, Max, Dale, DSB, Rodney Biven, Shirley Miles. We could split that up. What you think? 100,000 between and 70 of us. We'll figure it out. Right. Callie, we'll figure it out. Yeah, we Lisa, there's a, what is it? 30,000 views. Y'all gave up 300,000, so we all get a stack. What, $100? That okay? Give me. We'll thank you. That's an extra 100. We were supposed to get 300,000. Now we want to split your. I don't give a fuck. It's an extra dollar. I wouldn't give a fuck if it's an extra quarter, Callie. Right, we putting all y'all shit together in a trust, in a coon. It should be a, hey, Callie. We should have a coon drop box. A coon cash pot. We're right there where all the coon shit get put right in one little box. You did? All that shit. Do all of that. We put all that money in there. And then we tally it up. We went, well, damn. Guess what, y'all? Reparations was supposed to be Larry Elder, right? We'll name, thank you, Rashad. We'll name it the Larry Elder Dropbox. So we tally all the coon money up. Say that's an extra 20 million. That's an extra 20 million. You're cooning them, gave them niggas 20 million. No, I want my money. Get out your bed, wench. George Lucas gonna get his money. Hey, that's the thing, Callie. George Lucas gonna get his money. George Lucas gonna get his money. Turn that down, boy. Turn it down. Dale, that's what I'm talking about. We gonna split y'all shit up. All that cooning, we will equally divide the money. And thank you when you walking by. We didn't even want the money. I know. Thank you. Cause you know how motherfucker came to someone and said, "You see that bitch? You see that bitch? You think she thinks she'll be saying something? I didn't even want the money. I know. Thank you. I did. Shit. Thank you. Crazy. Crazy. I'll tell you something. She has no blood on this soul. Man, she right. Kamala Harris. Callie. Kamala Harris gonna come over your house to a cookout say, "Oh, I'm related to them, Cal. I'm FBA. I's a nigger." She gonna come out. Kamala Harris gonna come to a Cali Enigma family reunion and take pictures. She gonna get her. That bitch is everything. You know I know that, Callie. But she tries to be all things to all people. She's East Indian, Asian, Jamaican, black, Negro. She's all Callie, she's every woman. It's all in her. She FBA, non-FBA, pro-black, anti-black, pro and anti prison establishment. Kamala is all things to all people. She gonna show Callie, that fucked up Callie. Callie said that shit quick. Kamala Jamaican. Callie go pull up, bitch. We ain't got no jerk chicken, bitch. Yeah, that Peckerwood that do the MMA. Yeah, yeah. You got 2%. Damn. The cutoff point was 3%. You almost was there. Callie, he 2%. Damn. The cutoff point was 3%. He was almost there. Can I come back next year? No. What if I find something wrong? What if next year is 3%? Okay. It's going to be 5% next year, though. What if I'm 5% next year? It's going to be 6%. I just don't think you going to make it. Right. Change the rules in the middle of the game, Callie. For some reason, I just don't think you can make it. Look, let us process your paperwork. We'll get back to you. Then give him that Bill Cosby like, let us let us process your paperwork. We'll get back to you. Right. Fuck that. You're not snaking us twice. At any moment, sir. It's like the stock market. Oh, it crashed. It crashed. Right, Callie. Look, what's that? Oh, it crashed. It crashed. What does that mean? What does that mean? Now it means the people that's already in is in, but new people get. You got a new qualification. What that mean? You got to be blacker than the ace of spades. I just don't think you can. Now they're measuring your blackness. What is blackness? What's the what's the what's the criteria? You have to be the black. Oh, I'm black. No, blacker than the ace of spades. You aren't that. I just don't think you can make it. Have you ever said nigger in anyone's? We're gonna ask questions like this. Have you ever said nigger and someone felt offended? He's just gonna walk out the office and throw a chair. If you ever said the word nigger and someone felt offended, look, I'ma ask that. Look, Callie, I'ma ask that question. And then all the Nigerians gonna walk out the line. I know I said it out of hate. Hey, Callie, I'ma say that, then all the Nigerian haters go that's trying to do scams and shit, Callie, they gonna walk up through. Oh, that nigga going to catch me. We are all brothers. And no, we not, second cousin. Callie's my brother. We are not all brothers. We all family. We all related. Brothers come up in the same house. Thank you, Callie. Thank you, Callie. We related to you. We not the same. It's a difference. Brothers come up in the same house. Callie, Ed, Dale. We to come up, we all in the same house. We to come up in the same house, under the same rules, under the same system. Everywhere. It don't matter if you're in Texas to DC, if you're in Maine or Michigan, Memphis, Colorado. We get together, it's like we all been the same. The only difference is how many white people live around you. I swear to God. Our only difference is how many white people live around you. Thank you, Callie. We ain't never got to say nothing. We can communicate using one word, man. 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 We ain't said nothing, not to none of them motherfuckers. All that nigga was saying was man. The nigga was not saying man. Him and the other nigga run away and the white man shoot up the DMV. These two niggas, they knew what was going on, but they run away because they say man to each other. It was a nigga woman, she ran with him. Hey man, hey man. 12 niggas will run out the DMV with you. Do that. Watch how many niggas do this. Africans ain't gonna look at you. You gonna know who FBA do some shit like that. Callie just told y'all some real shit right there. We can use nonverbal communication. We'll look at each other. Hmm? Well, how many times has it happened to you? You been somewhere, a brother look at you, get your attention with his eyes, and then and like do his head that way, like look at this shit, and you go for real, or somebody walk by you, don't even know you, it's police or some danger there, and they look at you and go, and you'll bustle you. Exactly, Callie. Yes, we related to them, but again, me and you and us, we brothers. We came up in the same house. Well, matter of fact, we don't even visit their house that much. So they like distant cousins. We don't visit your house like that. Y'all don't invite us over or none of that shit. We invite y'all over to our house. But this the what Cali, this the dynamic. We all related, but we the successful family member. Exactly, Cali. We immediate family. Nigga, that's my brother. You can't say nothing about him. That's auntie. You can't say nothing about her. That's mom. You can't say nothing about her. That's pops. You can't say nothing about him. That's big mom. That shit. And literally, we do that. No, that's how you know a FBA. We do that. We do that. No other group of people will mom and dad and auntie and uncle. That's my cousin. That's my brother. We do that. We invented that shit. Because we are brothers. We invented the shit. You're my brother. Right. Thank you, Callie. Now, if you a white man, you can't sit up here and talk shit about Africans and Jamaicans and shit or try to get me to shit on them for you. I'm like, you Peckerwood. You you the one went over there and fucked up everything they had, stole half they shit. Then the shit that you couldn't steal, you just stayed there and made it real degenerate. And then you ask why they can't get, why you come over there fucking with them. Give them their shit back and leave them alone. I bet you they don't need you. Right. You don't get to talk about what me and my cousins talking about. For real, for real. If you really notice when we had a conversation, we coming from the jungle, we like, man, we really shouldn't be having this conversation. We think of, to be honest, from our aspect, we coming from, man, we don't understand why y'all feel like this. Cali, many of us did. Many of us did and felt that sort of way about ourselves. We all tried to feel some love and kinship and pride and embrace of that is the origin of us. We've all of us at one point in time in our life have done it. But over the years, after learning and seeing and seeking knowledge, you realize, thank you, Callie, that you're just a black American. Cause they don't want to have nothing to do with you. And the few people that do are outliers. The few people that want to have something to do with you are exactly that, a few. I work with Africans, talk to them all the time, man. Man, I ain't thinking about none of that shit we be talking about. The shit that you talking about Cali, man, they look at you like you crazy. And you know I'm right. We worry more about that shit than they do. I am from this tribe, nigga. I was a nigga. Oh no, nigga. And they let you know this your country. What are you doing in your country? I said, no, those are white people who are in my country. I said, you can't count that. I said, I was fucking with my man because he from the Gold Coast. And I told him, well,
Can I watch the concert on YouTube? They cut it on Peacock.
yeah, I know. Yeah. We still do got love for the diaspora. Huh, Callie? Right, Callie. Stop worrying about Callie. Thank you. We stop worrying about it now. Because we realize, man, look, I mean, if you want to be bothered with us, we'll take the time to show interest, you feel? But most of us, just like you, Callie, I'm worried about money and sports. I'm a black American, champ. That's all I'm worried about. Money and sports. That's all I'm worried about. I ain't worried about none of that other shit. Why? Why? Cause, man, when I was sitting there telling you that we all come from this place and this, that, and the third, and this, that, you went out your way to still let me know I'm not one of y'all. Right, Callie. Nigga, I just know these things. Like you say, I just know these things because this is a cool hobby. Don't get it twisted. It's about us now. So no disrespect to nobody. Like my brother Callie said, we show love to all our family members who show love to us. But right now, like Max said, it's our time now. It's our time now. So with all that, man, I bid everybody a good day and a farewell. Thanks for chopping it up. We got to call the rest of these motherfucking senators. Y'all can rewind the beginning of it and figure it out. Thank you, Calvin. And ain't nothing fucking wrong with that. That's how I'm going to end this. I don't want to be nothing but a black American. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm proud of my lineage. I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud of my culture. And I'm proud that I am the foundation and of the lineage of the foundation and the blood life of this country. And it's the greatest in the world because of us. Cut the damn check, LVZ.